The ocean was empty. That was the worst part. Not the hunger, not the cracked lips, not even the mutiny brewing behind me like a storm that had decided it preferred my skull to the sky. It was the emptiness. For 30 days, it seemed nothing but water so wide it made the gods look small. The Pacific does not rage the way other oceans do. It simply exists, vast and different, and patient enough to erase your name without raising its voice. Behind me, Tava cleared his throat. That sound meant, "We are dying because of you." I didn't turn around. Instead, I lay flat on the hull of our double canoe and pressed my cheek to the wood. I closed my eyes, and I listened, not with my ears, with my bones. You think navigation is stars? It is not. The stars are gossip. The real truth lives in the swell. There are swells born from distant storms that never meet you. They travel for weeks across open water like ghosts with excellent posture. They pass under your canoe, whether you are brave or stupid or both. If you are quiet enough, you can feel which direction they came from. Most men pray to gods. I pray to wave patterns. And that morning, with 23 souls watching me decide whether we lived or fed the sharks, I felt something new. A crosswell. Subtle. Almost shy. Land interrupts waves. It fractures them. Bends them. Makes them misbehave. The ocean, for the first time in a month, was misbehaving. I stood. "We turn," I said. Behind me, silence. "You must understand something about my people. We do not sail because we are lost. We sail because we are crowded. An atoll is beautiful, yes. It is also small. If one more cousin builds a hut, you're suddenly neighbors with your aunt's goat. Expansion was less ambition and more survival. Also, have you ever tried telling a chief's third son he can't inherit sand? Good luck, but turning after 30 days. That smells like panic." Tava stepped forward. "The stars say we are on course." "The stars," I said, "are 12 hours old." He did not like that. He liked it even less when I ordered the sail angled east-southeast. Men who doubt you grow very quiet. It's worse than shouting. Shouting means they care. Silence means they are calculating how many paddles it would take to vote you overboard. I was born on an atoll so small that if you walked too fast, you were in the lagoon before you finished your argument. We had no mountains, no rivers, no horizon blockers. Just sky and water so vast it looked fictional. When you grow up with that much emptiness, your mind stretches or it snaps. My grandfather was a navigator. He told me the ocean is not empty. It is layered. High swells from the northeast. Trade wind ripples from the east. Reflected waves bouncing off islands too far to see. Bird paths at dawn. Cloud towers forming over unseen land. Even the color of the water shifts, if you stop assuming. Blue is just blue. I was 7 when he first held me under the canoe. Yes, under. He pushed my head beneath the hole while it floated in the lagoon. "Feel it," he said. I felt nothing, except panic and a sudden appreciation for breathing. Then, slowly, the hull began to hum. The swell outside the reef pressed differently than the still water inside. The wood carried that difference like a drum. My skull vibrated. My ribs tingled. "That," he said when I surfaced, sputtering like a disgruntled fish, "is direction." We did not have compasses. We had COLLA-RBON. By 12. I could identify 4 primary swells with my eyes closed. By 15, I could track a star path across seasons. By 20, I understood something more dangerous. The ocean lies, not maliciously. Just constantly cloud banks promise land and deliver nothing. Birds fly out to sea and rest on driftwood, betraying your hope. Swells shift with distant storms you will never see. The Pacific is a master of false confidence. If it were a person, it would sell you a canoe warranty. So when I felt that crosswell on the 30th day, I did not feel triumph. I felt terror. Because if I was wrong, there would be no correcting it. We carried enough water for perhaps 12 more days. Food for 10, if rationed. Morale for 6. After that, faith dissolves into accusation. As we turned east-southeast, the wind resisted. It pushed against our sail like an offended ancestor. Why? Tava asked again, softer now. I crouched and pressed my palm to the deck. There's land, I said. How far? I paused, close enough that it disturbs the deep swell. Blinked. That was not an answer. Truth is, I did not know if it was an island or something larger. Polynesian wayfinding is precise, but it is not magic. We read probability written in water. Night fell. The stars returned, indifferent as always. I aligned us to a rising star low on the horizon, adjusting for the swell beneath. The crew pretended to sleep. No one truly did in the dark. Pacific feels infinite in a way that makes your thoughts echo. I wondered briefly if the ocean would finally win, if our bones would become reef dot. Then just before dawn, I heard it, not waves. Birds. Faint, sharp, insistent. Seabirds. Do not sleep on open ocean unless they are very tired or very foolish. And these sounded confident. I smiled for the first time in days. Behind me, someone whispered, "What?" I stood slowly, like a man revealing a trick he hopes is not actually suicide. "Prepare," I said. For the first time in a month, the horizon did not feel empty. It felt hidden, and that is far more dangerous at sunrise. The ocean betrayed itself. The swell fractured, not randomly, but rhythmically. A long pulse from the northeast, interrupted by a rebound that could only come from mass, not reef, not atoll. Something larger than the water changed color. Blue deepened into indigo, and softened into a faint, suspended green, the kind born from rivers bleeding into sea. Rivers require land that holds them, land that rises, land that keeps secrets. No one spoke. Then Tava inhaled sharply. Clouds were stacking inland, tall. Vertical towers that do not form above empty ocean. They were anchored, rooted. By midday we saw it, not a speck, a line low at first, like the back of a sleeping beast. Then rising, layered, endless. The coastline did not curve away quickly the way islands do it, kept going and going. My chest tightened, not from fear, from scale. We had not found another atoll. We had collided with a world, the Pacific, for once. I felt small, and I understood something terrifying. If this land was this vast, how many more had we never seen?